Hello, welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James, and today, in our Patreon episode for the month, I'm joined by Damo Camilleri.
Aren't you lucky?
You are lucky, and Matto Phillips.
So I thought
He was waiting, I got, you sidetracked me. I'm right here.
No, wave.
If you're not a Player 2 patron, you could have seen this a long time ago, so you should go and rectify that.
And you would have got a free game.
You would have gotten a free game. Yeah, Matt, as of the time we're recording this, gave away free games to all our patrons just this past week. That's pretty sweet.
It is pretty sweet. That's quite.
And it wasn't even Christmas.
Who needs it to be Christmas to get free games?
It's a good point. So, in our Patreon episode for the month, we're talking about a topic that Damo, you...
No,
Matto, you were the one that
Jeez.
suggested, I don't know.
No, it usually is him that comes up with the ideas. I never...
And then we kind of fleshed out, and we've got it now in some sort of detail. We're talking about the best and worst gaming-related purchases we've kind of ever made. Now, since you, in fact, were the one that brought up the topic, Matto, how about you get the ball rolling?
Best or worst?
You
Start with the worst?
Always start with the worst. We end on a high
End
note.
on a high note.
And I know.
Or start as negative assholes. And
One of my
perspective is important.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
It's one of your worst.
One of my worst.
Oof.
One of the worst. Just because I paid, $16 for it, so you think not that bad, but just compared to...
This is cheapskate. $16, I'm not going to hate it.
You should wait for my next one, it's even better. But it's just...
It was a Steam sale, it was going for $2. I still hate that piece of crap. Anyway.
Damn, Steam, no. It's just, I don't know.
Starring George.
Oh, not George. No, it's just... There's something like... I loved the Mass Effect trilogy beforehand.
Yes.
And it was bad, but the overall game was great. Then I thought, this one... I know there's were people saying, it's not as good as the other one, it's terrible. I thought, yeah, but always listen to those people. They're generally wrong.
Yeah.
But then I played it.
People as a rule are wrong.
Yeah, but then I started playing it. It's...
That's how Fortnite won Game of the Year Golden Joystick Awards.
Slide that in as much as we can, please.
Theme for this month's episodes.
Oh,
People are... Yeah, anyway.
yeah. What was I saying?
You were talking about Mass Effect.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. It's like the whole Mass Effect thing is there, but it's just missing something. I don't know if they tried because of Dragon Age.
Bit of heart.
But also, I think they tried to do the whole Dragon Age Inquisition thing because that seemed to work so well. Because they went back to
Inquisition was awesome.
Yeah, and then they sort of went back to that whole open world thing instead of being sort of more of a more narrow thing.
Yeah,
which
slightly
works.
more linear, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. I just thought, it's so bad. But...
Damo, I'm hearing murmurings from you. We actually, I think, did an episode dedicated to Mass Effect. I can't remember now. Please, go fact check us.
I'm sure
we did an episode dedicated to Mass Effect Andromeda at some point, kind of our thoughts on it. But thoughts on that one?
No, I'm feeling what Matt's saying. Like I know a lot of people complain about like the graphical issues and load times and stuff, and it was kind of like
whatever that.
Not that I could see, you can see past it to an extent. Like it gets annoying, but it's not. It didn't break my experience. Like, but yeah, no, it was missing. Just that. And
it's that small thing. It's that small little thing that's just missing.
For me, it just felt like it didn't quite have... And as much as I still really enjoyed it, I wouldn't give it like a... It's not in that same category that 1 through to 3 are, but I'd still happily give it a solid 7 to 8 out of 10 sort of score if I was having to score it. But it just kind of felt like it was missing some of the heart and personality of those ones. Like the characters were all kind of very vanilla.
Yeah, the race is kind of annoying too. Like,
what's their name? The one with the... Like the new races?
Oh, not even just the new races, just the fact that we go to a completely different universe and we get nothing
and
really
just
else
Australian
going.
Yeah. And then again, that's Borderlands pre-sequel for you too.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot.
Go to space and everyone's Australian.
I can back your worst decision. I won't say, well, that's a bit harsh. I can agree with it. Yeah.
I think this is more because I was such a big fan of the other three. You just get to this one and think it's a little bit disappointing because you said in other games they sort of veer off to other franchises and they're good. But so this one sort of just went a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of sucks having to lie to your brother or sister. It's like, hey, how's dad? Like, I'm in a coma and I can't get out, but I can project my mind to you. And you're like, oh, do you really want me to say, like, it gives you the option to be like, no, he's fine, or,
He's dead.
he's dead. And it's like, like, I don't want to lie, but I don't want to exactly tell somebody in a coma, like, hey, I know you can't do anything right now, but Dad's dead, okay? I know that sucks and you can't do anything, and you're, like, in this stasis cell, but he's dead. He's not coming back. He's dead. It's like,
But hey, if things go pear-shaped for you, you might join him.
yeah. You're not far off. I'll put you out like I did Dad. Game.
Say one word, I pull the plug.
Were there any others that fit in that shitty category that you...
I was going to say Bioshock 2.
That's with the Big Daddy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 1 and 2 have the big daddies in them.
No,
But you are the Big
two
Daddy.
are the
yeah,
Big
okay,
Daddy.
right. And the multiplayer and all that sort
Oh,
of
but
stuff.
I don't know. I think because he's just still in Rapture, it still feels like the same thing. They just didn't do anything new. And you just go in there and go, I've done this before. It feels the same.
And being in a Big Daddy, you kind of take away from the feary, scary side of...
And all
Yeah,
that
you want
magic.
more of the scary thing.
Like seeing a Big Daddy for your first time, you're like, oh, guys, I got a rocket launcher. You shoot it, and you're like, that did nothing. I am dead. Yeah.
And then you get to the end of the game, starts to get exciting, then it ends. And you're like, what the hell?
I never actually beat it.
I did.
I couldn't.
I got excited. I thought, yeah, this is getting better. And then it went to credits. I thought, what the hell is this? I thought, no.
It's not good.
Yeah.
On the plus side, there's that Minerva's Den DLC, which is apparently just one of the best slices of DLC ever made. And it's also then...
It's still used
the
in
guys
comparisons today. Like
the guys who did that went off to go do Gone Home and Tacoma and all that. So,
no way.
so they did some good stuff. But yeah, the core game itself, it had a lot of complaints about it, and that included the... like the multiplayer and those sorts of things. That I know you're not a big multiplayer guy, but there was a lot of people that really cracked into the game because of that. As Matto checks out his list to work out what's next.
Oh, any NBA 2K game that's over $50. Just
So
straight up.
The NBA 2K games at launch.
Yeah. Just because
I conveniently picked up 2K19 for $30 the other day.
Well, there you go. See?
Black Friday. Cyber Monday.
Aussie Ben on the front. That's the only reason why I bought it, because I'm due a new basketball game and it's got an Aussie on it.
Just anything with that virtual currency stuff, just
Oh yeah,
straight up no.
Microtransactions and stuff.
Just no.
That's fair.
That's me done. For worse.
I can't remember the last. I think it was WWE 2K13 was the last 2K game sport 2K game that I brought, and I think I played it twice because it was funny.
They try to money grab you a bit, whether it's 2K or EA. Like EA is almost worse when it comes to FIFA and their Ultimate Team.
Is that where you buy the cards of the pack?
yeah.
I mean, this is a miserable start to a podcast.
Don't worry, we'll clean this up.
We are going to clean it up.
But continue, Damo.
Well, my stuff.
You're up.
One of my worst purchases would be Sonic Heroes. It had been a very long time since I played a Sonic game, and I saw that, and I traded in a lot of games.
Sonic's still good, right?
And that's what I thought. I'm like, oh, this will be fun, and it was like you had you were controlling 3 characters in a team, and the 3D Sonics were just bad. It was never a good idea to go away from your 2D side-scrolling thing.
Hit Generations is pretty good.
Was that the Aussie team? Wait, Generations?
No, Generations was kind of one that was kind of half and half. You spend a bit of time 2D, you spend a bit of time 3D.
Yeah, well, I could do that. That's fine, but...
But it also took a long time for him to get that balance right. And that was the core old Sonic team, but yeah, it's the fan-made game, Sonic Mania, recently, that's the real gem, apparently.
Dude, some of the people I follow on Twitter, have done some amazing stuff with that game. Another worst thing, now I'm thinking about the best because it's such a bad time thinking about that. Good memories. That's right. Yeah, my first Humble Bundle, actually, because, I got Steam and
they're amazing.
I thought the cool thing is buy a Humble Bundle. All it did was fill my library with games I'm never going to play. It was like the rhythm and beats one, so like a lot of runner games.
Yeah.
I did get one of my favourite games out of it, which is cool. Like, so, silver lining there.
What game's that?
So, Bit Trip Runner.
Heard of it.
Which sometimes, I don't know, number 1 doesn't work anymore, but I got number 2, and I just saw number 3 is coming out, or is out. So I'll probably suck my money on that one too. But yeah, there was just like a whole bunch of these games, and I'm like, what
have I done?
What is this? And then someone's like, you're not allowed to buy any more Steam games until you like finish your whole library. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess never ever buying anything else on Steam, which didn't happen because as soon as there was like May the 4th sales, I was like, Star Wars, yes, oh, vote for this game, they suckered me in when I was very early into the days. That's before I had a PS4 and stuff like that. So I bought heaps of indies. So that first Humble Bundle kind of really upset my I don't think I'll do this anymore. Another one would probably be the first time I brought Binding of Isaac, because it was just kind of a killer to have you buy a game and they're like, hey, we released...
Don't worry, it's not a JRPG. We're good.
Oh, cool.
Hey, we're releasing the same game but a different version. And then hey, there's like this... And it was just kind of like this kick in the guts. And I don't know, it's just kind of annoying when you're like, oh man, I just brought this, and then the next one came out like a month later. And I know that's my fault for not doing research and stuff. But it's just kind of like, oh, I spent like $15 on this, and now there's another version that's apparently better and easier and more fun. And I'm stuck with like the alpha version. I know so many people are like, this is the best, but I was just like, and just like disheartening. It was like a disheartening purchase. Not saying that any of my purchases have been like, well, I'm going to go hang myself or anything like that. It's just money I could have spent elsewhere at the end of the day. I traded in all my games, and I got Sonic Heroes, but the main purchase out of that was to get Need for Speed Underground 2, which is still...
Oh.
See, and
those were the days.
Yeah, I had no money, so traded everything in. Fortunately, I traded in Zone of the Enders.
Your favourite game of all time.
My favourite game of all time, but I needed it, yeah? I needed to make enough money to get...
Because maybe this will be my new favourite game of all time.
And it was pretty much up there. Underground 2. Fantastic. But yeah, no, I think that's about it. I don't know. I mean, you said something about like a hardware thing, and I thought the same thing. I brought the...
It's called the Wii U.
I brought Turtle Beach headphones for my Xbox. And apparently if you used the HDMI cable, you needed a AV adapter or something for it. And I was like, oh, okay.
This brand, Turtle Beach.
Turtle Beach.
Sorry, we're slagging him off, actually. What am I doing?
No, not slagging him off. I was really disappointed because, the guy at EB told me, he's like, oh, you need this. And we don't have any in our store. The next one was Water Garden. So I drove all the way out there, get it. And my mate's like, don't you have the Xbox box? I'm like, yeah, I've still got the box. I always keep on boxes for stuff like that now. He's like, there's the cord and the adapters in your box. I'm like,
oh no.
Why didn't the EB guy tell me that? He's like, because he just made a sale. I'm like, oh, it was like $30 too. And I was like, there's something I had. Shun. Could have just made it work without an AV adapter. Bullshit. Matt, you go and talk about you.
So I'm going to have a sulk about a franchise that I know at the very least you are a big fan of.
That's okay.
Fuck Fallout. I've tried.
Okay, that's funny.
I tried Fallout 3. I picked it up on the 360 because it was like $10-15. This is game of the year edition. Couldn't get into it.
Yep.
But I thought,
fair enough.
But everyone loved it. All right, maybe it's just this one wasn't for me. So Fallout 4 comes along in 2015, and they released the Pip-Boy edition. You guys know this because I've been trying to flog off that Pip-Boy for months. Now I finally have. Thanks, Ryan Betson and the Pop Culturists. Enjoy. I must have been like $200 for the edition of this game. Going,
who would pay $200?
Because I had a disposable income.
Yeah. Well, you spent $250 because I'm sure you had to pay that guy $50 to take away your...
No, Ryan's good. And he uses in the set. Go check out Pop Culturists for the Players. It's in the background all the time. Lots of love, except from me. Spent $200. No, actually, I reckon it might have even been more. It could have been $200, $250. So far too much money. And I still didn't like it. I gave it a few hours. No, it's still not for me. Well, you'd think that I'd learned my lesson by that point.
He got 76.
But Fallout 76 was coming along, and they start talking about the multiplayer and those sort of things. You can go experience it with other people. I thought, maybe that's what I need to get into this thing, that I can enjoy it with other people.
Almost heaven.
Now, rather than just getting the stock standard edition, I thought, why not get the fucking tricep? No, not, thankfully not the 350. No, I'm not pulling that stuff again. But I still spent $130 on the Tricentennial edition, which this game's been out as of the time we record. What, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 2.
Everyone's doing it for like $50 already. This version that cost $130 because no one wants the game because it's shit.
And there was an EB deal.
Fuck off Fallout. I'm not doing it anymore.
And there was an EB deal where you could get both that and Fallout 4 for $80 combined.
Yeah, I've seen that too. And Fallout 4 is probably the more valuable one of the two. Okay. Because at least everyone agrees with you. Fallout 76
Have
is
you
shit.
played New Vegas? I think you should buy New Vegas.
I've got New Vegas as well, sorry, but I haven't. That's just one that, as a result, I just never actually got to.
If you want to know about New Vegas, you don't have to find a family member.
I almost want to trust that more because it's not Bethesda fucking me around. It's going to be Obsidian if it's anyone.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that game.
What about Fallout 1 though? Have you thought about Fallout 1?
I've got them too.
And there's a board game if you want that too.
Is it Monopoly? I reckon it's
Probably a Monopoly.
It's probably Monopoly. Fallout 4 was massive.
Probably just half a board's been exploded, the other half.
So
It's just a wasteland.
I'm never playing a Fallout game ever again unless it's given to me for free.
You play?
I don't know, man. You say that. I think you might just be like, I'm done. I don't want to put myself through that. And that's cool, man. That's cool. That's what I love about you. Like, that you actually know what you like. You don't fall into the trend of, like,
What was wrong with Liam
everyone
Neeson?
else is playing.
Liam Neeson was a nice guy for the Fallout 3. He was your dad.
Fuck that game.
Fuck the fire ants, fuck the rat roaches,
and the
violets. Look, fuck brutal.
76, I'll give it credit.
And dog meat.
76 is probably the
Yeah.
closest I've come to enjoying it, and it was because I was doing it with other people. You can go check out a player 2 plays on the website. But holy shit, I did next to on the YouTube channel. But I still did next to nothing in that time anyway. I'm like, what? I'm enjoying talking to people. I'm not enjoying the game.
You should have just played Bohemian Rhapsody through your microphone.
So
people love that.
Yeah, they do. And then we get the copyright strike, and that's it.
Yeah, true.
So Fallout, the whole franchise, I've spent far too much money on 3-4 games that I hate, and I'm never doing it again. So,
$300. 400.
yeah.
Paul will be very upset.
Probably
though, when
$500
Finally, we have
on
a
about
nuclear
3 games.
fallout. Paul's not going to know what to do, but all you fine folk out there playing the games.
I've played The Last of Us. When the clickers come for me, I'm laughing.
You know, that's not nuclear fallout though.
And it actually surprised me because I love the Elder Scrolls. I love the Elder Scrolls, but it's just the setting of Fallout. And it's the setting and weird because I like post-apocalyptic stuff as well, but this post-apocalypse can die in a fire.
Maybe because you can't be a wizard.
Again, I like
But see, Skyrim, you become a
maybe
wizard.
you want to
Ellie and Joel have wizard-like qualities, I guess, but
Oh, yeah, they can sense through walls.
Yeah.
That's mutant related.
yeah. And Days Gone, I played it at PAX. We spoke about this in one of our
2 hour
episodes.
wait, yeah.
2 hour wait, awesome. Really enjoyed it, but God, fuck off Fallout. Let's talk about positive things. Matto, you can get the ball rolling again. What are some of the good purchases you've made over the journey?
The Witcher 3 Complete Edition.
Yes.
Now you got to do this.
It's done.
Done.
Gone.
The set is now unbalanced, but I can deal with it for this.
Yeah, The Witcher 3, the Complete Edition, so that's all the DLC and all that. For how many hours you play for that? You feel better?
Yeah, continue.
Okay.
So beautiful.
But for what, it doesn't matter what you pay for that game, it's worth it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely worth it. I
I think
paid,
The Witcher's one of those cases where I'd pay $200 for that game and feel justified.
as long as it comes with the Geralt.
So,
For
Still going.
$200, what would you like? What would you come with? The amulet
for Witcher,
I picked up
or Siri?
I did pick up the
statue
fancy edition for that, so it had a
Fancy?
big statue
of Geralt
of Geralt killing a...
in a bathtub.
Oh, that would have been good.
That would be fantastic.
That would have been the best statue. Do we know what we're talking about?
no,
It's like this screenshot that he's like just kind of laying in, just like one of those wooden kind of
Yeah.
almost
And
like a
then you
barrel.
see it one
just
foot.
his feet hanging out. The
No,
top.
you see this one foot, then another foot come in, but then they go to turn it around. And there's this Geralt just in the bath by himself. It's great. Yeah,
That would have been a great statue. But no, it's like him trying to kill a, I don't know, some sort of big ugly beast.
I think of the
Some
Werven,
French
like in
Yeah, probably a Werven,
Griffin thingy.
yeah, something to that sort of
Sucked
effect.
It was from the tech demo that they showed at E3.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
But
I've never
and then
played
it came with the amulet and those sort of things as well.
Well, that's cool. Better than a Pip-Boy.
It's much better than Pip Boy. Because
It
at
wouldn't
least
fit 90%
The
of
Witch
the
is a good
bones.
Because
franchise.
it doesn't weigh 400 kilos.
Yeah.
And you can get it through a door.
I know that statue.
It's like Terminator 2.
That
where you
statue's
can't
real
get it
big.
out. I can't get it out.
I mean, for $250 though, Henry Cavill actually comes to your door dressed as Geralt
And drinks a
delivers-
potion.
I'm really
And
interested to
drinks
see
a
how that
potion.
Netflix series goes. It's
gonna be great.
Oh, but yeah, they got the right person for.
There's no bigger nerd in the Hollywood than Henry. So if that guy's on any nerdy project, it's like that guy is going to be like abusing people.
But also the other thing,
the nicest way.
the other thing too is Geralt doesn't really have much of a.
possible.
So it doesn't really have much of a personality.
Yeah.
And you see in Superman, you sort of don't. I don't try to be harsh with you, but you sort
Well,
of
no,
see
but like
Superman.
he's discussed that Superman doesn't have a personality when he's Superman. But you chuck him in like he goes, if I had a chance to play more Clark Kent, like he's like, man, I could have shown you how Clark Kent rolls. Like because Superman's got to be that like embodiment of perfection and like beacon of hope and stuff like that. You know, it's thing. But so I think like, and I know a lot of people complain about how he looks like, oh, it's dumb. It's like.
It's the.
But
I mean,
apparently
it doesn't
it's
look quite
before
right,
the
but it's-
games.
yeah,
but people have got to
it's
remember
younger.
too. It was a book before a game as well.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that.
And that's the issue
Got
they're
them
going
all
to
on
run
the shelf
into.
there. They're fantastic. Go read them.
Was that them?
They're on the shelf somewhere.
That's Game of Thrones.
It's kind of tucked behind. It's tucked behind Chad the piranha plant.
Chad, get out of the way.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. They're really cool.
So you've brought all the witches now, have you? Or
I do. $2 on Steam. I got the first one for.
How's that for value?
How's that for you? I also got the Witcher 2 Assassin's Creed pretty cheap too. That was pretty damn good too. For value for money. Bargain.
Not like you. Fucking Pip Boy and little Pip Dude. Pip Man.
Bobbleheads. Gotta collect those
That's our
bobbleheads.
little... Oh. Who uses bottle caps for currency? Hang on. We're done. We're
done.
We're talking.
Who drinks and who eats anything?
Think Happy Thoughts. Think God of War.
And
think Final Fantasy
Who,
9. Yeah, we're
who
good.
thinks, that carrot's got radiation? I shouldn't eat it. But my HP is quite low. I better eat it.
I haven't played The Witches, but apparently Gwent. I know you're a big fan
Yeah,
of Gwent.
Gwent's pretty good.
Yeah.
Gwent's
Did you get the Gwent? Was it a
standalone
game or?
no,
like
yeah, there is a standalone. No, I haven't played it. No,
It's like it was built into it.
Yeah.
It was like a playable card game, like you get in some of the Final Fantasies over the years.
Yeah.
And then it's a standalone thing now.
And
as
is there a physical of that yet, or?
There's physical cards that came with like collector's editions of DLC. I've got a
like a whole
shitload
whole
of
card game.
Gwent
So
cards.
that'd be good. I'd so buy that.
Angelica and I
Fantastic.
actually played like after I got. So I picked up like EB were doing collector's editions of the DLC.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Like you legit just got the code, but it then gave you decks of cards from Gwent. So we actually played a game and like worked. It was cool.
Oh, that's
we enjoyed
cool.
it.
Any other good purchases?
Yeah.
And then there's Thronebreaker too, by the way, the Witcher
Oh, yeah,
game
there
that's
is
coming
too,
out.
yeah.
Like by the time you're seeing this, it might be out. It's within like a week or so.
Poor Matter, we keep derailing him. Sorry.
That's
We just
all
want to
right.
keep talking
That's
about the
fine,
Witches.
that's
It's not Fallout.
Got from- yes, it's still Fallout.
It's the good
You're
modern,
ruining the
it's the
podcast,
good it's the
Fallout.
good modern RPG franchise. Yeah, I'll just stomp the shit out of it. This will be one of those videos that just gets broken out and Crazy Man destroys Fallout.
Bethesda not happy
With a spear just charged straight through the case.
But if they do, they'll probably get more angry at me because I flicked their game off the table.
Sorry, I threw it the first time. I was like, oh, I can't ruin the set. And then you did it again. I'm like, no, it's staying there.
Well, I'm 3.
Ah,
So yeah, continue.
One more.
Other good purchases.
I got one more. My dislike for Bioshock 2 got redeemed with Bioshock Infinite. Oh, just the change of scenery for that game and just your sidekick and all that. Oh, it was fantastic. Just how it all breaks
amazing.
out. Oh, but just how it all breaks out. You just go into a town all calm. And they're like, he's sort of, not a witch, but he sort of got that sign, and then everyone just completely turns on you. Oh, it's just
The
fantastic.
barbershop quartet of like, you know, what, triplet? I don't know, I can't remember. I think it was quartet. But of like classic songs, but done like in that very alternative thing. I love. Well, I think we've talked about licensed music in games in a previous podcast. Check it out.
Check it out. Somewhere on the channel, we don't know which one it is, but it's there.
Something about good.
Like that Mass Effect one. We think we did something about it.
Yeah.
May not have. We don't know.
No.
We definitely predicted stuff, but I
man.
don't know if we...
I think I got my Infinite through like a beat the bomb thing or whatever. You know, one of those like buy it cheaper.
Buy it now.
Oh,
sort of
yeah,
thing.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, such a good. Just because everyone was raving about it. I'm like,
That's what I thought.
suck at saving money. This is dumb. And then my mate's like, hey, it's like $50. I'm like, buy it.
That year was ridiculous.
Was that
Between Bioshock,
2014?
2013. Bioshock came out in
Good year.
Bioshock came out in March. The Last of Us May. GTA September or October.
Oh, GTA.
That's like, it was just a
forgot about
ridiculous
GTA.
year for like any of those games. Any other year could be Game of the Year.
That's 5
winners.
years old already.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Getting old.
Any of those games could have been Game of the Year winners. Clearly, the majority picked the right game. The
Last of Us. Yeah, no, that's
But-
fair enough.
Any of them could have, and like any other year,
Even 2015 was sort of the same. You couldn't
Yeah.
pick a clear winner.
no, it was The Witcher 3.
Yeah, I know, but there were other
But
games that were
people,
very
yeah,
close.
some people would say Fallout 4.
Because it was a very quiet... No.
Some people would say Metal Gear. Like there was plenty of
Batman.
games you could talk about.
Say Batman as well.
Yeah, so there's been a few good years. That's I think a topic we should discuss. It like the golden
At
years. of
another
games.
time.
Yeah.
2000,
We've just come up with a topic.
1998.
I'll scribble this down, otherwise we'll forget it.
1998. That was
But Bioshock Infinite, really, really cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to close this
Tell
episode
me,
with
yeah.
some music from it.
No, fair
Go.
enough.
We
me.
won't- we won't get pinged for it, I promise.
So.
Put it out tune.
Oh.
We'll sing it.
We'll sing it in out of tune.
Now,
West
hold on.
Virginia. Oh, damn it!
West Virginia.
It's happening again.
This thing YMCA gets rid of any song out of your head. You're welcome. For
Baby-
that, see, you're a
baby-
Patreon. You got a bit of that golden knowledge.
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark. Even that golden
Right.
knowledge dropped early.
Go for
because
it, Darren. What-
You're a Patreon.
I keep derailing this thing with my anger.
That's okay. So, I don't think I've spent... it's hard to word this without getting a bit emotional. The best money I think I've ever spent on video games, though, has clearly been Borderlands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just, I don't think I've ever put more time into a game with friends. I don't think I've ever not played a game because I wanted to play it with
Yeah,
friends.
you and I have done that. Played a
We've
lot.
done that.
You've done it with a bunch of others. You and I did it with Jay.
Yeah,
There's a whole
also
bunch of different
with-
stuff.
Didn't you talk about this in a previous patch episode?
Probably.
Check it
There
out.
is very much a lot of... oh my god. Yeah, I
talk a lot about
remember the
Borderlands.
first... I think I saw Borderlands getting played and I was like, this looks like the most boring, dumb game ever.
I was the same.
And I was like, who could play this? It was like there was a car in the distance and my mate refused to approach it. Then he died. I was like, oh, this just looks fun. And it took a while, years later, actually, years after everyone had pretty much stopped playing it. The Game of the Year edition had come out.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
That's when I picked it up.
Yeah, same here.
yeah, and I think it was like $50. Like it was on special at EB. Praise you guys. But I was looking for a game to play with a mate. And I'm like, geez, I haven't played like a multiplayer game. And this is back in the day of Xbox points, so you couldn't just buy the thing off the store. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy 1,000 billion points to try and get Castle Crashers and smash through that. And I went down. I was like, oh, $50. And I'm like, do you want to play this with a mate? Like, and he was like, yeah, no, it's a pretty cool game. I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. And then probably every Tuesday for like 4 or 5 months, he would just come over, like, because I didn't have work or uni, and we just play it for hours. Like, he'd get there at like 9, he wouldn't leave till like 8 o'clock, and you just pump all this time in, and like that's how he even got his nickname Judas, because he cared more about taking
Because
the
he
money.
betrayed Jesus.
Pardon? I would say that during that game, I was a Jesus. Like,
Yeah, okay.
the siren.
Let's get all
Jesus
biblical.
Equivalent, I don't know.
Still a better scenario than Fallout 4.
So he cared
Happy
more
thoughts,
about
happy
taking
thoughts.
the gold, even though Judas took silver, and ammo, and like left
Even
me
though he
with
took
nothing. And because that was before ammo share.
Yeah.
So like,
Left you with some bottle caps.
and I died. I'm like, you're a Judas! Oh, and I got so like passionate and aggressive, and it was fantastic. But then like I was like, okay, he's, the time was dying off, so I was like, oh, well, I'll leave that character there, and I'll play my own character so that I can have a character for him thing. I played it, and then like, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Like just even by myself, I pumped the whole game again into it. And then a mate was like, hey, let's do the DLC. I've never done the DLC. And I'm like, sweet. So we did the DLC together. And Oh, and then number 2 comes out, and jeez, all the time pumped into that too. It's the only reason I would keep like an online account.
Are you excited for the inevitable Borderlands 3, which may be announced several days?
It's going to be interesting
from
where
the
they go
time
with
this
that.
goes live.
Pardon?
It's going to be interesting where they go with that.
Oh, definitely. So,
Would you be tempted to play Borderlands 2 in VR because it comes out?
Oh, yeah.
this coming month.
no,
Just to see.
You might.
Just to see.
I don't know when we're going live. It could be this weekend. It could be our normal Tuesday.
don't know.
We don't.
That's killed my spirits. But no, I don't know, man. I like VR. I think it's a very cool thing, but I like VR in very small doses, especially when I'm holding something and I can see things. It's very trippy. I take the helmet off and it's not there. It messes with me. Fruit Ninja's the perfect example. In the PlayStation, you're like, haha, and then you take the helmet off and you're like, why are these things only this big and not like giant swords where brain doesn't want to function
Try Beat Saber, buddy.
No. But no, I think that's it. I think that like out of every game I've ever purchased and tech, I mean the Switch is up there with my best tech purchases, but maybe Milo Super Run or whatever it was called back in the 90s. You could $16, you send in a bunch of Milo labels.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You get a Milo game.
Oh, I could always
About
put...
this kid
I
that-
bought cereal
Was
once.
I
and got
saying Age of Empires? Yes.
Oh, yes! That is the best
That
purchase
is
of
the
all
best.
time! Bring that back, Kellogg's! I want Age of Empires.
$7 for a game.
Nutri-Grain, you get a copy of...
No, you get Age of Empires and a box of cereal. It's great.
I know, right? You could like.
And then you dive
build
into
stuff.
the cereal, then you eventually find the game.
I'll just
Pour out the Nutri-Grain and, oh, look,
There's a
there's
game.
Age of Empires in my bowl. Let's put some milk in there and have it.
You convert your Nutri-Grain into cornflakes or something.
Are any others, or are we on to me?
Oh, we're on to you, man. I don't think I could talk more positive about it. I mean, Fallout was a pretty great purchase, but...
Right. One of mine was fairly recent, not as recent as bloody Fallout. But, when I was on my honeymoon over the last holidays and I was in France, we found like this retro game store, better than any game, the best game store I've ever seen.
In France.
And in France.
In France.
In France. Anyway, they don't say that nearly as much as you think.
What, we?
No, but the combination
Yes,
of
they do say
and we. We found this retro game store, and I walked through, and one of the first things I see is a game that was never released outside of Japan. The sequel to Secret of Mana, Seiken Densetsu 3 or whatever it's called in Japan. That there'd been like a fan translation, and so people just kind of booted that onto a Super Nintendo cartridge that works on a Super Nintendo. So I bought it on the spot.
That's awesome.
And they had a whole bunch of other games in the same sort of mould as well. So they're not official, proper releases, but they work just like one. So that was it. Awesome. Earthbound, another Super Nintendo JRPG, I guess. No, save that for later.
Yeah, what's the... So there's Earthbound, isn't there like...
There's like Mother's Zero, which is on the NES, which no one actually in the West got until I think they put it on the...
Isn't there an Earthbound 2 somewhere? Or is there talks of
and then it's
Earthbound 2?
called... Yeah, it's weird. And then it's called Mother 3. So the franchise is actually called Mother in Japan, but then it got...
So NES has appeared more in Smash Brothers than it has in actual games.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then Mother 3 came out on the Game Boy Advance, but never came out here either.
Game Boy Advance. Oh,
and it's awesome. I played a version on
Really?
Game Boy. No, who cares? We've been there. We've done stupid things.
Here's young people. You can go back the hundreds of years through his tweets. You can find it.
Find the moment,
And then
you'll see that it was
you get fired for it, okay?
So
The world we live in.
that was not actually a purchase I made, but one that like grandparents made back when I was super young, and we've maintained that quality of the game. So it's still in its big box. It's got the book that came with like the it was like an intro starter guide thing. But that, as much as I also love that game, I also am aware that if times ever get tough, that thing sells for $700 on eBay. The
See how
game,
much a kidney goes for.
the game goes for probably like 50, but when you've got the game with the box with the book, the whole combination, $700.
Yeah.
Ooh, all
It's
right.
the same as my Game my Game & Watch.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Bought it for $1 in a box unplayed.
nice.
with the manual too. So apparently the manual's the big killer. Like if you can have the game, it's like, oh yeah, it's like $20, but as soon as everything's combined, it's like $200 bucks. I was like, cool.
And I've got 2 more. One's pretty quick. I picked up the original Uncharted. I only just kind of gotten a job, but it was getting close to Christmas. Mum's like, hey, well, like early Christmas present, what do you want? And there was a whole bunch of games to choose from, and I couldn't work out exactly what I want. I picked Uncharted, and I picked my favourite franchise of the modern generations. So good choice there, Padge. And Darksiders was one that I only ever saw CG stuff. So there's only for some weird reason THQ was just pumping out like CG trailers before the first one came out, so I didn't really know what the game. I saw like Heaven vs Hell. That's pretty cool. I can get around that. Looks like it's an action hack and slashy sort of game. I'll take a punt on it without seeing any gameplay. And I'm so glad I made that call because it's
have mercy on this unholy place.
I had to add one.
They're kind of faith buys, both of those two, and it paid off in droves.
Yeah, no, you can pay that. But I forgot one thing, and I'm shattered I did, but like the penny dropped when I think I looked somewhere.
Gold statue, weight 20
pounds. Definitely not for
That's only 500 pounds. That's gotta be it.
I remember one day I was at EB, and for $10 I bought the original Warcraft 2 and the like Tides of War expansion. I mean. It was a killer as a kid. Like I think I bought Warcraft for $50, but it didn't work on my computer, so I couldn't earn it. That was a killer. But then, it's just that really weird thing, like walking through EV one day and just seeing this like golden chest box from Blizzard, and it was like this thing. I was like,
I'm telling you,
it was hard to like download games back then with such terrible stuff. Like, the classic games, like you could buy them online and things, so it was tricky to get all that stuff, and I was like, getting that again, so much better. Work complete. So what are you doing? Oh god, bring me back. Not that kind of work.
Any last ones that you thought of whilst we've been talking?
Oh, Red Dead 2. Oh, good fishing.
We'll talk a little bit more about that in the updates, which I'm sure you'll see soon. If you're a patron, you'll see soon enough. Well, that's going live at the normal time. You guys are seeing this before that. So I guess that wraps things up then. So if you've enjoyed this episode and our almost collective hatred of all things... No, you still...
I like it, mate. I like it.
Including 76?
Send me stuff. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's interesting.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. All those buttons are down where?
Down below. Here.
Hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted to new episodes of Patched, The Insider, Player 2 Plays,
Late Game Review,
Gamer School, and a whole bunch of others. There's some awesome stuff there. Go check it out. Damo's got ideas for shows that we're hoping he follows through on. There was a great conversation we had a few months ago that I reckon would be awesome. If you do it, it'll be fantastic. And you've got some new stuff in the works.
That'll be in the new year. It'll be around.
Wait, is this Christmas episodes for some people? Like,
it's getting close enough to it, yeah.
Oh, I should have worn my hat.
So Merry
Christmas hat.
We will.
Ho, ho.
Have a good Christmas.
You can see all the decorations up with.
Visit the website,
lovely.
player2.net.au, where you find reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to podcasts that include the Player 2 podcast and my new series, Dev Diary. Go check those out, especially Dev Diary. Give it.
Is it back up there? Still going?
Stephen wants to get it going. I just don't know what's actually happening with it. So RIP for now. We also might be bringing the. No, actually, I won't talk about that. Patreon. If you're a patron, you already know what to do here. But if you're not, you could have gotten free games. You
could have got this. We can have it now if you want.
Guys, you could be getting this shit for free. Like, no one wants it.
Paul will be more than welcome to give it to you at this rate. Just pay postage for a fee of
if you just pay
$130 and then you get
so consider becoming a patron. The lower tier you get early access to episodes, and the higher tier you get monthly episode exclusives. And the ability to join us in the Player 2 podcast. That was a very convincing start.
Got him.
We're going to drill. Damo, where can you be found on the interwebs?
On Tacos Talks.
Tacos Talks.
Yeah. I mean, you can have my Instagram if you really want.
Matto?
At Matto_Phil.
Me, you can find my new handle. You already know about this.
Paul James Games.
At Paul James Games.
Paul James.
It's the James and Games rhyme. Get it?
Thank you, Paul. I just needed a
We're
lesson.
through the looking glass here, people. And on the other side is Fallout. Fuck. The website is player2au, and until next time, enjoy some music from Bioshock Infinite as we close this thing out. We'll see you later.
Play more Fallout.